we are now committed to net zero by 2050. I can see personally no technological or political path to net zero by 2050 as I stand. I just think this is where we're not thinking clearly enough. There's going to be a lot of tough choices made. If we make bad choices, we'll actually be effectively doing what we did in COVID. Government will be in the business, I think, of reducing economic activity.
I think that's right.
That's not being explained.
It's one thing to agree on the target. It's another thing to actually deliver the target. I was in that school that always used to say, let's figure out how we can do something before we announce we're going to do it, right? These days you just announce you're going to do it and you've got no idea. I mean, for example, in this country, we now know we're going to have to rebuild the whole transmission system, right? Because the transmission towers essentially come from coal-fired power stations to big metropolises, right? Well, they're going to have to be rebuilt so they come from huge solar farms or wind farms or something to big metropolises. It's got to be rebuilt. You don't have to put these transmission towers over farmers' land, you know. You wait till all this goes off to a land and environmental courts.
No one's thought about this.
5 years, 10 years in the court system before we sort of start building. There's the cost of the whole thing. You know, this is an enormous transformation, right? And in the middle of all of this, you know, prices are going up, and the public, rightly, inflation's going up, power prices going up, gas prices are going up. You know, my wages aren't going up, my taxes are going up. This is going to be, you know, it's all very well to sort of say, oh, you know, I love a pie in the sky. I think there's a lot of more serious thinking has got to go on as to how do you deliver that pie, frankly.
The reason that I say it goes to global geopolitics is that if we're not careful in the West, I believe we will damage our economies. I mean, one pointer is Germany, another is Colorado. I beg your pardon, California. See, California's got the wealthiest people that have ever walked the surface of the earth in absolute and relative terms at the top.
Yeah.
They've driven out with their energy policies the middle classes because it's gone with industry. It's gone to Miami, it's gone to Utah, it's gone to China. And the only 80% of the jobs emerging, I'm told, in California now are low paid. So you're actually setting up a new feudalism.
Yeah, look, I think this is the thing Australia's really got to get to grips with. You know, we are a gas superpower. And gas, unquestionably, is the transition energy source. You know, there's going to have to be a lot of gas available to power up electricity on short notice when the wind doesn't blow and the sun doesn't shine. And it's not just us in Australia, but countries around the world need our gas. I mean, the Germans need our gas. They're not going to be getting it from Russia, I don't think, in a reliable way. So we would be mad, frankly, from our own point of view, but also from the world's point of view.
Yeah, that's an important point.
To stop the export of gas. Mad.
And yet, the Greens will tell us, because it suits them.
No new gas, they say.
Yeah, but hang on, they'll say, you've got to, and the ABC, frankly, you've got to listen to the science. We've got a climate change emergency. Oh, but the scientists are telling us we have a gas is the only way we'll get there. But no, we don't listen to that. So the Greens know more about this.
Well, again, it comes back to what we were saying before. Emotion triumphs logic in the modern world, right? So you can sit down there and you can talk about the importance of gas, not just for Australia, but for the rest of the world. And what's the answer? Oh, well, look, we've got a catastrophe and the world will end. Emotion triumphs logic. And it will continue to triumph logic, in my view, until such time as people are sitting in houses that they can't afford to heat. And they'll think to themselves, you know, this is not a very good situation. You've got to have some realism, you know, I think, to start thinking of the consequences of all of this.